Right, you've ever got your graduation in that door? No, you're not getting the house. Well, yes, it's just straight vodka. This one will be quick.
So I wish it was. Oh, I can't believe this is both of these have ran over an hour.
It's
So
night
glad you
upstairs.
Eh?
It's night upstairs. Just take it out.
Well, it was still easier than I did having the van. So it's like we just load it up and
Run away!
ready to go. Is Eleanor still through there?
No,
Is she?
she's at the bar. She's not backstage. I don't know where she is.
Alright, Anne. How did you think the ceremony too went?
Long. And am I good to open up? Let them in?
Was it just Drew, see the bit where you go through the back, say, can you please be upstanding? Can you hear me? Is it just there's no way around that? See, I thought did Roy not do that one year? Would you be upstanding? Run off the stage?
Possible.
I think he did.
Looking through the
We just were like, oh no, get up. I think students just want to get a certificate in it.
Are you going to get somebody to say you're upstanding? All you guys. I'll do it for you.
What's that? Unless Roy does it. But then he'll be part of. I don't know if it. Is he part of the session?
Give me 1 minute. Wait, I'll let them in.
Alright.
parte al academic procession. Thank you.
Please be seated. Chair, Guest of Honour Susan Aitken, Principal, members of our College Board, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and of course our graduates. My name is Joanna Campbell and I am the Vice Principal Student Experience at City of Glasgow College, and I would like to extend a very warm welcome to you all to our 2018 Winter Graduation Ceremony. May I first remind you to please switch off your mobile phones to avoid any disturbances to this special day. Can I also kindly request that when we begin the presentation of today's awards, that you remain in your seats for the full duration of the ceremony. We will start this ceremony with an address from your Principal, Mr. Paul Little. Our Principal works tirelessly to deliver transformational change for the interest of Glasgow's students, the college staff and the city itself. He is an inspirational leader and a genuine campaigner for lifelong learning, an academic with a strong belief that a positive education can transform lives for the better. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Principal Paul Little.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you see me diving in, it's not wine, unfortunately. Tonight it's still water. I think I deserve it. This is the third ceremony today, and there's probably been well over 1,000 graduates today, but we're obviously particularly delighted to have the third and final ceremony for tonight. It is the ceremony for our Faculty of Business and Professional Courses. It's always a delight to have this tonight. I'm delighted, Mr. Chairman, you're here. I'm also delighted to have our guest of honour, the Leader of Glasgow City Council, Susan Aitken. I'm also delighted to have the Regional Chair of the Glasgow Regional Board, Jeannie McCusker, sitting in front of me. And I'm also delighted to have the Scottish Funding Council, Linda McLeod, in front of me. It's always great to see the two key funders where you can see them in front of you. Members of our College Board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and especially our graduating class of 2018. I would like to add my own warm welcome to Joanna here tonight for what is our winter graduation ceremony. I'm delighted too that Susan was able to join us here tonight because I know she is an incredibly busy lady, and we're most fortunate that we have you here to help us publicly celebrate the amazing achievements of our graduating class. You'll get a flavour of that as you hear the awards. You'll get a flavour of that, a little bit of my address, and you'll get a flavour of that, ladies and gentlemen, from 2 short videos that we'll show you this evening. Now, I'm particularly delighted that tonight there could have been 1,200 people here to shake hands with me. And I'm glad tonight there's probably just under half of that, because by this stage in the evening, having bathed the hand for the last hour in some warm water, it's ready for the last and final graduation bit of this evening. Now, graduating class, I hope you're not going to be too nervous. I've had a chance to practice this over the last 2 ceremonies, but you get a chance to come on stage here tonight, witnessed by probably 1,000 people in the audience. Now, don't panic, because there's 1 million people eligible to watch you this online, because quite a few people do tune in. And I hope you're not nervous in any shape or form. I hope particularly the ladies are not regretting getting those super high heel shoes, particularly since you've worked out that the academic roads tend to drain a little bit after you. But hopefully everyone will be absolutely fine, and we will be able to capture that beautiful moment for you for posterity. Should it not be fine, but you'll all be fine. No one has ever wobbled and fallen, so you're not going to be the first one. Absolutely not at all. And actually, judging by some of the fellows, you might be judging by wobbling too there, but you'll be fine. Now, mums and dads, I take great pride tonight in the pride that my faculty and indeed the industrial partners have at this particular ceremony. Now, as principal of a world-class college, I still consider it a privilege to congratulate each individual graduand. You come on the stage as a graduand, and you leave having shaken my hand and I conferred you with your international recognised qualification. You leave as a graduate, and we mark that obviously with the certificate that you get handed out afterwards. So it is an important bit of the ceremony. It's a part of the ancient history of academic tradition and indeed academic graduations, because like this very hall, dreams are made in this very Royal Concert Hall, and we're delighted that the city provided this for us. Who knows, for some of you that will be the dream of being on stage, the dream of that big job, the dream of a better job, perhaps even the dream of being debt-free, or who knows, maybe that's the dreams of the parents in the audience tonight for you in that, who knows. But your dreams, class of 2018, be it studying for us for 1, 2, or 3 years, is to get to tonight, to reach that academic milestone and to graduate. Because in this very public occasion, with this great splendour, with the academic procession and invited guests and distinguished guests, we can publicly celebrate accomplishment. We can celebrate transition. We can celebrate learning that's been enhanced, and we can celebrate technical and professional skills that have been mastered. So this isn't mere book learning. This is hard work to get to this point. This is tried and tested assessment to get to this point. You can't bluff with technical and professional qualifications. So I think that graduates, you will leave tonight and your names will be added to a long and distinguished list of graduates of this college. And this college can trace its antecedents way back to Victorian times, a little bit long before I was born, and that's back to the Allen Glen Technical School. That was actually Glasgow's finest institution for a practical education. I'd like to think that we have, in the 21st century, gained that mantle for practical education, particularly technical skills and particularly professional skills, which I think are going to be even more important than indeed academic learning. So your illustrious predecessor, Charles Rennie Mackintosh, who was schooled at the Allen Glen School, would have been mightily impressed by the complexity of your courses. He would have been mightily perplexed by the dexterous digital proficiency that you have, and that's beyond the use of your mobile iPhone. As you go forth tonight as qualified citizens of the world, we hope at the City of Glasgow College that we've given you the wings to fly and the roots to continue to grow because class of 2018, in this new era of technological revolution, Industry 4.0, or indeed Industry 5.0, it's going to be more important than ever that you learn how to learn. And that's important, and I'll come back to that later on in the speech. Mr. Chairman, Susan, honoured guests, members of our board, I'm delighted to report in this middle bit of my speech that it's been yet another spectacular year for City of Glasgow College. So we haven't been resting on our laurels. Far from it. You had a little video that gave you a glimpse of the diversity of the college and some of the successes that we had. But what you might not have seen in that particular video was the contribution that the City of Glasgow College makes to our national economy. It's a significant contribution, ladies and gentlemen, not only as one of the largest platinum employers of Glasgow, and I know, Susan, that's important, but also as a powerhouse, probably the powerhouse in Scotland for skills. And we give annually a contribution of 1.5 billion, not million, billion, gross value added to the Glasgow and the Scottish economy. So we are indeed important to Glasgow, and we are indeed important to Scotland. But we're equally important, ladies and gentlemen, to the significant contribution that we make to social mobility. Colleges like the City of Glasgow College, and all colleges, are there to widen access to higher and indeed to further education. And the City of Glasgow College does that for the many, not just the few, because we see it as an important role to level the playing field of opportunity. We also make a very significant contribution to raise the bar of excellence, not just as the leading college in Scotland, but, as you'll hear shortly, the leading college in the whole of the United Kingdom and further afield. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is all evidence-based because there are 44 tertiary institutions in Scotland. And when we look at the figures to see how popular we are, the City of Glasgow College is the third most popular tertiary destination for Scottish school leavers, ahead of Edinburgh University. Now, what about that? There's a certain ring to that in Glasgow tonight. Now, who else in the audience could have imagined that your local college, that wonderful building on Cathedral Street, that wonderful building along the Clyde, who would have imagined that a college building would have been shortlisted not once but twice for the very top building in the United Kingdom? So architects put about 50 buildings up throughout the United Kingdom every single year to say, well, we think we've got the best building. And then the judges visit all these buildings and they shortlist them to 6. And on 2 occasions, year after year, our Maritime campus and our city centre campus both were shortlisted as truly pioneering buildings for the whole of the United Kingdom for their architectural design and also for their learning design. And that's a huge achievement. So it's little wonder, ladies and gentlemen, that since we opened those buildings, and Linda will be impressed by this, that we've been counting that we've, in addition to the staff and students that attend those buildings, 55,000 visitors have come in the last 3 years alone to see what a future-proofed, modern, pioneering college is from around the world. Mr. Chairman, Susan, I'm particularly proud also that, and I'm delighted, Linda, that you're here from the Funding Council, that in the last report of Leaver Destination, this college was recognised as improving its positive leader destination. And in fact, our destinations now are 97.3%. So that's almost perfect. That's almost guaranteed. If you come to the City of Glasgow College, you will either lead to go on to further study or you will leave to go on to employment. And I think, Susan, our city needs both learners and indeed employees as well. So I'm delighted that this college is playing a very important and vital part of that. And I'm particularly delighted, and I'm hoping to encourage more of our students to leave directly from college and go straight into the world of work. Because I think colleges, as opposed to universities, are significant tertiary institutions in their own right nowadays. Now, graduates, you're sitting listening to that and you're saying, well, so what? How does that affect me? That's great for the college, but how does it affect me? It affects you big time. It is proof positive, again and yet again, that the college that you're graduating from has not only got the highest national standards, but also amongst the highest international standards. So the qualification you leave us with has real currency with institutions, has real currency with employers, has real currency with receiving institutions. You know, I mentioned the City of Glasgow College is a world-class institution. You'll see a video that demonstrates a small sample of our footprint around the world. We were delighted today that we had some colleagues in from Malta. But this college has 110 international partnerships. So absolutely we're a Glasgow college. Absolutely we're a Scottish college. But we're equally an international college with that international footprint. And it may surprise you, Susan, because I know you're well-travelled too, particularly around Scotland and this fine city. But it may surprise you to learn that we have now got alumni in 6 out of the 7 continents all around this world. It may surprise you further that this college is delivering in 6 out of the 7 continents all around the world. And here we are in Glasgow. So I was quite taken when one of our maritime students in the summer said to me, Principal, do you know what I really love about this college? You can go anywhere in the world and you're likely to meet a fellow graduate from City. I was really pleased about that. And that's actually true. That's important as you leave us. You know, and I know Susan's very exercised with this, we're ever mindful about the implications of Brexit. So some of our most exciting partnerships are now beyond Europe, in South Asia. Just this year alone, we have developed partnerships in Singapore, in China, in Indonesia, and in Vietnam. So very much we're bringing the world to Glasgow. But also we're bringing Glasgow to the world. So we hosted, for example, about 2 weeks ago, an international hospitality competition, an international student barista competition. So picture this, parents and grandparents. Would you ever have thought that your local college here in Glasgow would be competing with the largest tea producer in the world to make the best cup of coffee in the world? And it happens here in Glasgow. And yes, we are truly living in an upside-down world. But we're preparing our graduates for this upside-down world. We are preparing them, for example, to play a major role, just like colleges play a pivotal role in addressing the skills gaps of our key industries. Our colleges provide a talent pipeline direct to employment. And this very college has got national centres of excellence in all 4 of Scotland's economic priority areas. This college delivers in food and drink, in tourism, in creative industries, and in maritime. And they're the 4 top priorities that the Scottish Government has identified for the growth of our economy and to increase productivity. And this college is a national centre of excellence in each of those 4 areas. So yes, Jenny, Linda, Susan, we are indeed investing in our people here in Scotland. We are fostering a culture of innovation. We are promoting inclusive growth for the many, not just the few. We are promoting Scotland on the international stage, and we are a college, and proud to be a college. For our students, ladies and gentlemen, leave us, as I said before, with more than mere book learning. They leave us with a can-do attitude. They leave us with a strong work ethic. They leave us with genuine common sense. And they leave us with deep resilience. Now, all those meta skills are very important in our dynamic new world. For our graduates in that changed world are preparing to learn and relearn for roles that don't exist yet, for job titles that don't exist, to use technology that hasn't been invented yet. And most importantly of all, our graduates will be able to solve problems that society doesn't even recognize are problems yet. For there is no doubt, ladies and gentlemen, that our technological revolution will disrupt jobs. Maybe not as much as the papers are describing, but it will genuinely disrupt and noticeably disrupt jobs. So we want to make sure that we prepare our students for what the Harvard economists refer to as a race between education and technology. And I can assure you that Glasgow is winning that race, and we're ahead of technology because we're educating our students faster than aspects of technology will have an impact. You know, these are big assertions, but this college always backs up its assertions with evidence, because we know that the practical education of our forefathers must now be future-proof more than it has been in the past, by being demand-led, by having the credibility and the currency that employers are looking for. So when you go with a bit of paper from the City of Glasgow College, it means something. It is distinctly different from other bits of paper out there. You know, we've got employers on all our programs advising us across 2,000 courses, and they're involved in the design. The employers are involved in the development of those courses, and those same employers are involved in the delivery of some of those courses. So it's great to see in the front row Jeff Lease, Chief Executive of Young Enterprise Scotland, because Jeff knows, as he helps develop the entrepreneurs of Scotland and indeed advises us about our business currency, that our technical and professional skills are at the cutting edge of industry. Now, I know in some aspects of our technology in the City of Glasgow College, it's 5 years ahead of industry. So I know that we are making sure that the graduates are using cutting-edge technology and they're being taught in cutting-edge ways. And that gives us an advantage. But you know what also gives us an advantage, ladies and gentlemen? Our students regularly compete in skills competitions. Not just local competitions, not just national competitions, but indeed international competitions such as World Skills. And that's important because we can demonstrate to our apprentices, to our technologists, to our graduate students, what exactly are the standards that employers are looking for? What are the national standards in a particular industry? What indeed are the international standards that if you go out and work in that industry and you want to be the very best in it, what are those standards that you have to get up to? And we compete in those skill competitions. And we have some of the finest skills coaches in the world teaching our students. Now, as you know, Mr. Chairman, our institution does extremely well in these competitions. But I'm delighted to announce today, ladies and gentlemen, that the City of Glasgow College, for the 3rd year in a row out of 4, is the #1 college in the United Kingdom, based on the World Skills National Finals in Birmingham, watched by 85,000 spectators. A 3 or 4 day long competition, week-long competition. So we had a squad of 30 students competing, and they returned with 6 gold, 5 silver, 6 bronze, and 3 highly commended awards, and 2 of those were in inclusive schools, students with educational difficulties. And City of Glasgow College helped pioneer that competition. It didn't exist before the City of Glasgow College suggested that all students should benefit, all should be included. Again, the many, not the few. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pause there, and I think they deserve a huge round of applause for that. Thank you. Now, I know some of you will say, well, what did that look like? Again, we have evidence of that. Let's play a short video and give you a flavour of what skills competitions are like at a national level. Short video. Some of you will say, well, what did that look like? Again, we have evidence of that. Let's play a short video and give you a flavour of what skills competitions are like at a national level. Short video.
Feels amazing. I now know that I'm the top 3D modeller in the country for this year. It's prepared me for my future ahead, and I'm excited to see where it takes me.
Means so much, and yes, I'm really happy. This has definitely opened new doors for me. This is my first competition and definitely not my last one.
The gold medalist, Carolina Kowaka. The gold medal winner, John McMenamin. Leona Westwater, Luke McKenzie, Naomi Simpson, Eric Gazer-Petnahazi, Matthew Glenn, Sarah Hunter, Angus Donald King, Daniel Mulholland, Marius Kin.
College is keeping them at the highest possible level, certainly in the United Kingdom. And class of 2018 The winning pride that you saw on the faces of those students, the winning passion, the determination is exactly what the City of Glasgow does to let learning flourish. And that's the difference between graduating from the City of Glasgow College or another college, because make no mistake about it, you're not just a graduate tonight, you're a City of Glasgow College graduate, and that means something distinctly different. Stand tall when you get out on that workforce. You know, ladies and gentlemen, you can see we're proud of our students' achievements, as we were of last year, as we will be next year. We want our students to stay in touch with this college as it goes from strength to strength, because I hope we have lived the City way of being inspirational, of keeping excellence at the heart of all that we do, including tonight, and trying to be innovative year on year. So I've just got a few words, class of 2018, but I need you to help me at this stage, because these ceremonies are steeped in tradition, and there's a very important tradition that you and I must do now. We need to thank a very important group of people. We need to thank all those supporters who have helped you get to where you are today on your particular learner journey. That's your family, your friends, indeed your lecturers. So there is a time-honored tradition where you stand up and you try to identify someone in the audience that is meaningful to you, and you give them a very loud round of applause. So can you do that for me now? Can you stand up, please? Try and face someone important to you and give them a huge round of applause as a thank you. Okay, thank you. And there was even a few waves in there as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my chairman will have heard this speech a few times today, and he'll be wondering why I've left out from my annual address my obligatory presidential quotation. I was fortunate to be schooled in the States. So, you'll all forgive me if I don't quote the current American president. In fact, Mr. Chairman, I'm not even quote his wiser predecessor, JFK, that I often quote. I'm going to leave, in deference to Susan here tonight, the honour to Glasgow. Because there was another president that if he lived, he would be 100 this year. And this city, this visionary city, made him a free man of the city. Yes, I'm talking about South African President Nelson Mandela. And he wisely said, and these are very important words, graduating class. He wisely said, education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. It's your turn now. Go and change the world. Thank you. As a little helping hand along that way, we have got one or two inspirational speakers. I'm now formally going to introduce Councillor Susan Aitken, leader of this wonderful City of Glasgow. She is a close and true friend of the City of Glasgow College and is a passionate champion of our great city. Susan became the leader of Glasgow City Council in May 2017. And in addition to her incredibly diverse and busy roles, she chairs the Glasgow City Region's Cabinet. This is a body of a number of councils in the West here, with the political oversight of $1.2 billion city deal that's increasing the strategic importance of this part of Scotland. So taking on a job of this magnitude wasn't daunting at all for Susan. Imagine anyone in the audience having the opportunity to lead the third largest city in the United Kingdom. Susan said, you know what? You have to roll with the punches without being thrown off course. And I think Susan has done that, despite all the challenges that any leader would face of a city of this size. You know, she's ambitious for our city, just as we are ambitious for you students. And she wants that ambition to close the attainment gap, to empower communities, to tackle homelessness, to induce low-carbon zones, to improve the connectivity and our transport offering, and to develop a strategy for a carbon-neutral city. And I suspect she'll achieve all of those and more, because she's pioneered a higher standard of partnership right across the city government, its communities and businesses. Now, all these ambitions need a leader, and Susan has set the bar higher. So before being elected, she had a broad range of policy and research posts to help her with that. Some of those were in the Scottish Parliament, some of those were charities in the third sector, some of those was as a freelance writer, indeed as an editor specialising in health and social care policy. But she's also a citizen of this great city. Indeed, she's a citizen of near our Riverside campus in Langside, where she's been a very passionate councillor since 2012. She grew up in Biggar in South Lanarkshire with a very different experience from what she's held now. But she moved to Glasgow aged 17, and as I said, the rest is history in terms of her councilling career. She's a graduate of Glasgow University and a master's graduate of Strathclyde University. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2018. Please give the leader of Glasgow City a roof-lifting welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul, for that extremely kind introduction. I was wondering who you were talking about in some of those words. And thank you so much for inviting me to speak at this really significant event in the college calendar. It's a true honour. Principal, honoured fellows, members of the college board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, most importantly, the graduating class of 2018. It is an absolute pleasure to address you here this evening. I won't tell you how long it is since I last wore the robe and hood. It certainly wasn't yesterday. I'm slightly envious looking at all of you, most of you probably wearing your robe and hood for the first time, and the journey that you're about to set out on, the next phase in your lives and the start of a career. It will be a little bit scary, I'm sure, but also incredibly exciting. And a huge well done to the college for that fantastic accolade in once again being named as the UK's #1 college at the World Skills National Finals. That was fantastic to see that little film with all the enthusiasm and excitement of the learners and the huge range of skills that the college is producing. And that's a truly fantastic, well-deserved result for a college which, as the principal rightly said, is a world-class college with a global reputation. And it's reputations that I'd like to talk about this evening. And standing here in this building, this is slightly odd being on this side of the concert hall. I don't know how often I've been in this auditorium watching bands and things like that. I come here very regularly. But it's funny to think that it was less than 30 years ago when one of my predecessors, as the leader of Glasgow City Council, set about planning and building a world-class concert hall for the city. And at the time, it was considered kind of odd and a strange ambition, and a lot of people thought it wasn't right for Glasgow. Why would Glasgow, of all places, need a posh concert hall? That's what it was thought of. Pat Lally, the leader of the council then, was a visionary, and he ploughed ahead, and rightly so. Why would we think now that Glasgow wouldn't deserve to have a world-class concert hall, a world-class music venue like this? So that wasn't very long ago, but now people come from all over the world to Glasgow to visit, to study, to do business, and to make their lives here. And just scrolling through the nationalities of some of those who've been graduating today, I've seen students from Hungary, from Lithuania, Nigeria, India, Germany, Spain, Poland, Pakistan, Italy, a truly global reach, and that's just naming a few of them. So it's absolutely essential that Glasgow can compete at a UK, European and global level and deliver on the expectations of what a modern and vibrant city is. And all of you and all of the students and graduates of the City of Glasgow College are contributing to that. It's barely 18 months since I got this job, since I became leader of the first new political administration in this city for generations, 40 years, give or take a year or two, in fact. And as you might expect, as with everything you inherit in politics, in a very complex city like Glasgow in particular, not everything's exactly how you would like it to be, but the links that the City Council has developed over the years with Glasgow's college sector is certainly one of the more positive legacies that we've inherited, and it's one that I'm extremely keen to build on. Because the high quality college provision in this city and the calibre of graduates like yourselves absolutely helps us to achieve our economic ambitions and aspirations. Glasgow is already the fastest growing major city economy in the UK. We've got thriving tourism, finance, digital and creative sectors, and we're a world leader in new industries flourishing within our wider learning sectors. And so much of this success is already driven by people whose careers started at college. And as a city, we've got a focus on administration, on financial and business services, on the creative and cultural industries, on energy, on engineering, construction, manufacturing and land-based industries, food, drink, tourism, hospitality, leisure, healthcare and education, life and chemical sciences, an absolutely incredible range. In some ways, it makes it hard to define what Glasgow does because we do so many things so incredibly well. But you are the qualified workforce that are going to help us deliver on the economic needs of the city. We are the powerhouse of the Scottish economy, and we need that continuous flow of skills and talent, and the City of Glasgow College has an absolutely essential role in continuing to deliver this. And Paul touched on this. I think there is so much public focus on education destinations for school leavers is on universities, but here in Glasgow, as in fact in many other areas of Scotland, more high school leavers go to college than to university. And just last week in the City Chambers, we had a session of the Nighttime Economy Commission that we've pulled together with volunteers from the nighttime industry to look at improving the vibrancy and vitality of Glasgow's nighttime economy. And Gordon McIntyre, the Associate Dean at the college, presented to our session last week. And Gordon talked about the perception which still exists perhaps among some parents and teachers and maybe a little bit in wider society about skills and training at college as an alternative choice for school leavers. But I am absolutely clear that there is a necessity, an absolute necessity, for the type of education that the City of Glasgow College provides if we want our city economy to continue to flourish. And you guys, your staff, Paul and his team, take on so much of the heavy lifting where the education and skills of young people in Glasgow are concerned. And I really like the slogan here tonight on your brochures, Let Learning Flourish, because it is that learning which will allow Glasgow to continue to grow and thrive. Let Glasgow flourish, not just as an economy, but as a good society as well, a city where all of our citizens have the opportunity to play their part. And I've had a look at the subjects in which many of you are graduating this evening: financial services, internet technology, software development, accountancy, housing, childcare, social care services. All of these speak to the needs and demands of the growing economy of Glasgow and of the people, of the ambitions that my city government has to provide the highest quality public services in neighbourhoods that support the inclusion and well-being of everyone who lives there, and to continue to grow Glasgow's reputation as a vibrant, exciting, unique city that people across the world want to be part of. And I'm obviously biased, but I think Glasgow is the best city in the UK by far to be a student. I think it's the perfect size. It's big enough to be able to explore and find something new in every corner, but small enough to be friendly and supportive, big enough to give lots of choice and diversity, small enough to really get to know and become part of, and to feel that Glasgow is your city, whether you were born here or whether you've chosen Glasgow to make your life. You, in all of your diversity, make a contribution to Glasgow's reputation as a city that people want to be part of, as indeed has the college, with that investment in those wonderful new campuses, which have not only provided incredible places to have an education, but have transformed the public realm, the look and feel of Cathedral Street and Lauriston, where the Riverside campus is. I thoroughly enjoy visiting. I'm quite regularly in the city campus in particular, but I thoroughly enjoy visiting both of them. And I had the great luck to have a shot on the simulator of steering the big ship in the Riverside campus, and I only crashed it once. Which, given that I don't have a driving licence, I thought wasn't too bad, actually, really. But it was enormously exciting, and I only felt a wee bit seasick afterwards. The digital and technology sector in Glasgow alone, in which the City of Glasgow College is playing an incredibly important role, employs 26,000 people in the city. That's more than anywhere else in Scotland. And we had an increase in jobs in that sector between 2015 and 16 of 13,000 jobs, and a rise in the number of businesses in the city of 765. That's one sector alone. And it just goes to show how important that continued flow of really high quality skills coming out for all those employers to take advantage of is. Of course, there are other matters, big picture politics that we have little control over in the city, which makes that flow of skills and talent all the more crucial. And Paul already touched on the B word earlier, and it's looming heavily over all that we do. And Brexit will undoubtedly put us at a disadvantage. I'm not even going to pretend to be neutral or ambivalent about Brexit. I am firmly opposed, and I believe that the best way forward for Glasgow and Scotland is to remain a member of the European Union. But at this juncture, we are unable to determine or predict the type of deal that we're going to end up with still. But what is absolutely certain is that we must remain in control of levers such as innovation, investment, fair work, and crucially, skills. A recent report that I commissioned from the Fraser of Allender Institute set out some of the major implications for the labour market here in Glasgow. Some 40,000 jobs in the Glasgow City region are directly supported through exports to the EU, and around 57,000 EU nationals live in the Glasgow City region, most of them here in the city, and most are younger people in a younger demographic. There are thousands of students in the city from EU countries, some of you here tonight, making a very significant economic contribution and often staying on beyond graduation, boosting the city's skill base. And of course, staff from EU countries within our colleges and universities are enormously important in attracting global talent. Paul mentioned when he was introducing me that I chair the Glasgow City Region Cabinet, which is the body that has political oversight of the Glasgow City deal. And an often overlooked aspect of that city deal is the training and skills element, which has become a really important tool in preparing all of our citizens for the challenges and changes that are coming in the labour market, which Paul also touched on. And that could prove pivotal to how we adapt to Brexit in the city. with a number of our key sectors expected to be disproportionately hit with skills shortages if lots of EU nationals leave Scotland. So, as the leader of the UK's third largest local authority, I firmly believe, especially with that ever-present eye on how the UK's withdrawal from the EU will impact on Glasgow's well-being, I believe in the importance of Glasgow being an internationalist city with a profile that is global, which looks outwards and seeks to build on our relationships with the world. And to those EU nationals who are in the room tonight and deciding now, thinking what your future is going to be beyond your graduation, I want to say that if you choose to continue to make your lives here in Glasgow, we would be honoured to have you. Glasgow has a reputation far beyond these shores as a centre of learning, of knowledge, and we must now more than ever maintain and build on that reputation for innovation, for talent, for entrepreneurialism. Those are critical platforms that have been ingrained in our city's history and will become even more important in today's changing world as we seek to position ourselves as the international outward-looking city that Glasgow has always been. And you, the graduates of tonight, the next generation of workers, of that skilled talent, of entrepreneurs, of innovators in this city, you are absolutely crucial to that. Glasgow needs you. We need you very badly. And I believe that under my leadership, I will do everything that we can to support you in your future career journeys and make this a city that you want to stay and work and live in. Congratulations once again on your fantastic achievements. You all deserve to be very proud of yourselves, and I wish you all the very best in whatever you do in your future careers. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Susan, for such inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now commence the most important part of this evening's proceedings, the presentation of your well-deserved awards. I would like to invite Principal Little to again come forward to present the awards, and I invite Faculty of Business Director Siobhan Wilson to come forward to read out graduate names.
Principal, it gives me great pleasure to announce the graduands for the Faculty of Business. HNC Travel and Tourism, Aisha Shahil. HNC Accounting, Haris Ahmed. Saman Ahed. Nusrat Ara. Aksa Butta. Heather Bowman. Claire Conley. Taylor Dolling. Harun Dar. Stephanie Del Pierre. Robert Farrell. Emily Forbes. Jamie Lee Hutton. Alicia Jagielewicz. John Jenkins. Aruj Khan. Siobhan Kilfeder. Kelvin Law. Samra Matzar. Sharon McNichol. Helen Monaghan Hume. Michael Nwadwayi. Megan Quinn. Sharluja Rajendram. Saqib Shahad. Alana Shorthouse. Victoria Smith. Kyle Thompson. Karen Torley. Amanda Walker. And the Higher National Diploma in Accounting, Silla Axie. Amani Afzal. Samantha Allen. Kirsty Boyle. Bethany Crawford. Kieran Fee. Rachel Fitzsimmons. Jennifer Fleming. Samwarit Jesper Grabia. Caitlin Holland. Emily Howie. Musan Hussain. Shabazz Hussain. Cara McKinnon. Sandrella Masai. Blair McMillan. James McNichol. Marion Morrison. Jarathi Panchalingam. Ilaria Pregnolato. Ewan Priestley. Karolina Tarnowska. Alex Toms. And the Higher National Certificate in Financial Services, Caroline McDowell. The Higher National Certificate in Administration and Information Technology, Shokhan Abdallah. Al-Bashir Al-Arefi. Lara Clare. Annette Henderson. Elizabeth McMullen. Cade Milligan. Roshidat Loranda Twai. Alana Simpson. Rachel Thompson. The Higher National Diploma in Administration and Information Technology, Paula Innes. Jason McKendry. Cameron McMahon. Mark Monroe McSwan. Marcella Prontani. Beth Tiragana Kumsaga. The Higher National Certificate in Legal Services, Hamza Ali. Polly Greer. Higher National Certificate in Legal Services, Criminology and Police Studies, Rhys Campbell. Rebecca Fairley. Alicia Marcus. Mary McWilliams. Higher National Diploma in Legal Services, Daria Burton. Lauren Clark. Chloe Dugan. Bria Hannon. Ailish Lockerbie. Luke McEwen. Sophie McBride. Alexander McLeay. Kirsten Mulgrew. Carmen Roat. Kasim Siddiqui. Gemma Wilson. Higher National Certificate in Accounting, John Jenkins. Higher National Certificate in Supply Chain Management, Sydney Uchuba. The Higher National Diploma in Supply Chain Management, Alistair Burgess. Stuart Harper. Zara McCall. Niall Mulroy. Adrian Price. Higher National Diploma in Legal Services, Robin Gillen. Higher National Diploma in Computer Networking and Internet Technology, Mike McGregor. Higher National Computing, Computer Science, Arturo Lameg. Higher National Certificate Computing, Olarundo Tuoi. Higher National Certificate Computing Networking for the NHS, Fiona Hilland. Sally Lung. Balal Tariq. Higher National Certificate in Computing Software Development, Graham Clemenson. Lewis Elliott. Michael MacDonald. Andrew McLean. William Reynolds. Higher National Diploma Computing Software Development, Danny Chan. Jonathan Doris. Berekitab Gulai. Stephen Horvath. Katie King. Callum McCook. James Waller. Jocelyn Whitehead. Higher National Certificate in Computing, Orolundo Tuai. Higher National Diploma in Computing Technical Support, Brian Downey. Xander Parley. Higher National Certificate in Business, Ellen Brandoa van Wiegen. Megan Craig. Claire Dixon. James Hegarty. Michelle McCaig. Rachel Miller. Higher National Diploma in Business, Irfan Ahmed. Zara Akram. Summer Bain. Tabitha Baptista. Akash Baru. Leslie Burke. Mirren Campbell. Ewan Clegg. Thomas Clifford. Ryan Cook. Lauren Docherty. Jenna El-Adam. Karis Fayaz. Heather Fleming. Caitlin Harris. Bisma Hussain. Caleb Jones. Natasha Kelly. Connor McCarthy. Emma McKechnie. Wai Sum Chung. Kirsty McWilliams. Kyle Murray. Senta Nolden. Ellie Patterson. Angela Rakusan. Liam Reed. Siobhan Shields. Sania Siddiqui. Emily Spears. Sylvana Strock. Danielle Towie. Justina Rakowska. Craig White. The Diploma of Higher Education and Business, Mark Macaulay. Higher National Diploma in 3D Computer Animation, Chloe Keane. Holly Keane. Jennifer Lawson. Jennifer McPhail. Rebecca Rogers. Higher National Certificate in Computer Games Development, Seville Weaver. Higher National Diploma for Digital Design and Development, Aidan Wright. Higher National Diploma for Information Technology, Martin Brown. Bethany Conley. John Coyle. Colin Kerr. Michael McCann. Mohammed Shamas Beg. The Higher National Certificate in Advertising and Public Relations, Grace Smith. Higher National Diploma in Advertising and Public Relations, Nicholas Clarkson. Emma Cooper. Matthew Devoy. Megan Watson Ellis. Danielle Finlay. Jacqueline Finlay. Braden Fitzsimmons. Amy Grant. Maggie Humanieka. Courtney McKenzie. Morgan McPeak. Caitlin Milne. Emma Neal. Lindsay Nicholson. Ruth Nugent. William Proctor. Erin Teasdale. Higher National Certificate in Marketing, Michael Waterston. Higher National Diploma in Marketing, Callum Bell. William Brown. Christy Buckley. Ross Trojanowski. Carolina Janda. Eleanor Lees. Paula Masluch. Christopher Perrott. Paul Tortolano. Higher National Certificate in Retail Management, Elise Gillies. Higher National Diploma in Retail Management, Caitlin Adams. Paige Adams Richards. Shaban Ali. Sophie Blanchflower. Kayla Brown. Lucy Buchanan. Fernanda Camara de Pina. Connor Clowes. Francis Colligan. Victoria Copeland. Nicole Gilmer. Amy Graham. Morgan Maguire. Nicole Masuko. Hannah McNeil. Lauren Money. Oliver Auckland. Lily Phillips. Laura Perry. Michaela Scott. Caroline Williamson. And that concludes the graduates for the Faculty of Business.
I now invite Faculty of Education and Society Director Kay Sheridan to come forward to read out graduate names for professional courses.
Principal, it gives me the greatest pleasure to present the graduates for professional awards for Faculty of Education and Society and the Faculty of Business. For the Chartered Institute Level 4 Certificate in Housing Practice, Kyle Anderson. Nicola MacArthur. For the Chartered Institute in Housing Level 5 Diploma in Housing Practice, Emma Camley. Jamie Cowan. Kimberly Cowan. Alistair McHugh. Craig McGarry. Maureen McMahon. John McShane. Leanne Stanger. For the Scottish Vocational Qualification Management for Care Services, Level 4, Lancey Nalanaskchan. Nisha Kumari Soman. For the Scottish Vocational Qualifications, Social Services and Healthcare at Level 4, Edward Campbell Hunter. Lisa McCabe. Patricia Scott. And for a dual award in both Scottish Vocational Qualification Management for Care Services and Scottish Vocational Qualification Social Services and Healthcare, Wendy Galbraith. For the Professional Development Award in Commissioning, Procurement and Contracting of Care Services, it's a mouthful, Marie Cunningham. Jacqueline McWilliam. For the Trades Union Congress Diploma in Employment Law, Andrienne Bamford. Harry Blackwood. Christopher Kennedy. Graham Leebody. Sheena MacDonald. Philip Brian MacDonald. For the Trades Union Congress Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety, Gordon Gray. Ian Kilgallen. Raymond Smith. For the Chartered Institute Personnel Development Level 5 Intermediate Certificate in Human Resource Management, Deborah Docherty. Donna Halliday. Donna Lenny. Fiona Potts. Emma Weir. Angela Winner. For the Chartered Institute in Personnel Development Certificate in Human Resource Practice, Pilar Arroyo. Teresa Chung. Victoria Cuthbertson. Kirsty Douglas. Maureen Downey. Fiona Frew. Gabriella Giardini. Jeananne Lees. Alison Dawn McAdam. Kirsty McKee. Sue Murphy. Anna Niziolek. Vanessa Padua. Alexandra Poplinska. Anne Smith. Gillian Stewart. Tracy Sterling. Katie Sutherland. Rebecca Swales. Wilma Mary Taylor. Lauren Weldon. Tracy Wilson. For the Chartered Institute in Personnel Development Certificate in Learning and Development Practice, Kerry Ann Boyle. And that concludes the graduation for professional awards.
Thank you, Principal Little, and congratulations to all our top prize winners. You will see from the order of proceedings that there is a wide range of graduate nationalities at today's ceremonies, from Polish and Indian to Italian and German. So we now have a short animation to show just some of City's partnerships and student successes across the globe. I'm sure you will all agree that City is indeed a truly international college. It is now a pleasure to invite Susan Aitken to come forward once again to present the top student prizes. The Principal's Prize for Outstanding Academic Achievement goes to Craig White, HND Business. There's a further Principal's Prize for Outstanding Academic Achievement, and that goes to Emma Cooper, HND Advertising and PR. The Students' Association Prize for Excellent Citizenship goes to Thomas Clifford, HND Business. There's also another Students' Association Prize for Excellent Citizenship, and that goes to Stuart Harper, HND Supply Chain Management. The Tom McGlone Prize for Endeavour goes to Caitlin Harris, HND Business. The SQA Centre Award goes to Jacqueline Finlay, HND Advertising and PR. And for the professional courses, the Principal's Prize for Outstanding Academic Achievement goes to Maureen McMahon, CHI Level 5 Diploma. Thank you, Susan, and congratulations to each and every one of you. I would like to invite Principal Little to present you, Susan, with a small token of our appreciation for taking the time to be here today and for your wonderful earlier words of encouragement. Principal Little will now award his commendations for outstanding service by a City of Glasgow College Member of Staff. Congratulations to college driver Hugh McClintock. Thank you, Principal Little, and congratulations again, Hugh. It is now my pleasure to invite our Chair of the Board of Management, Alistair Barron, to come forward and deliver the closing remarks.
The nice thing is that Principal Little is always thinking of you. And he wants to stop me preventing you get to your celebrations, so he says, shorter. So as I was watching you receive your degrees and diplomas, I reflected that over the years I've had the pleasure of seeing tens of thousands of graduates receiving similar awards for all their hard work. For my colleagues and I on the Management Board, this graduation and summer graduation are the best days of our college year. For students and now graduates, you are the focus of all that we do, and we enjoy celebrating your ambition, your personal achievement, your hard work, and being a witness to you graduating here today is exceptionally important to us. It's our pleasure to be here, and we congratulate each one of you and applaud you for all you've achieved. We also share our thanks and good wishes with your parents, your partners, your family, your friends, your lecturers, and all the other members of Team City who have challenged you, guided you, inspired you, aided and assisted you throughout your learner journey here at City of Glasgow College. I'm sure you know that your family and friends are justly proud of all you've achieved. However, I hope today, this evening, you've seen that your other family, your college family, your Team City family, is just as delighted and proud of all you've achieved. Graduates, today is a new beginning, another major step forward in your life journey. And my fellow board members and I wish you a future and a career full of challenge, stimulation, reward and success. You carry with us your good wish. You also carry with you City of Glasgow's unique take on inspirational and world-class learning. And you also carry the knowledge that you've been key to creating a new era in college education. For you've played a part and witnessed immense progress in redefining further and higher education in Scotland, and you've been integral to the college's mission and its early success. I'd like to take the opportunity, he doesn't want me to miss this bit out, I'd like to take the opportunity to pay tribute to our visionary and inspirational principal, Paul Little, and all the members of our award-winning Team City family whose talents and unstinting efforts allow learning to flourish and empower our students to excel year on year. I'd also like to acknowledge the contribution of my board colleagues and the contribution of Janie McCusker from the Regional Board. Our joint ambition and commitment to provide our students with world-class learning opportunities and immersive student experience is unwavering. Just to share something, my own career path took me into personnel and human resources, and I was pleased and privileged to be part of some of the UK's most successful apprenticeship and graduate development programmes. I've been fortunate to recruit, select, mentor and guide many bright and able young people just like you who have gone on to become exceptionally successful administrators, entrepreneurs, executives, people in commerce and industry, public service, and the third sector across the world. Reflecting on all I've learned, please allow me, if you will, to share some insights that I believe may make a significant difference to your life and career options. My Like the account and Christmas card list contains the names of many who have made the most of opportunity, each of whom recommend common pointers to success. And for your benefit, I've developed an aide-memoire, a mnemonic, to help you remember how to make the most of your career opportunities. And the word is Eiffel. You know the guy with the tower, Paris? He also went on to leave a stunning engineering legacy and had a most interesting, fascinating, multifaceted career. But Eiffel, what does it stand for? And these are the things that, if you do, may significantly change your life. First is energize yourself. Always remember the truism that you only get out of a career, and of life for that matter, what you put into it. Innovate. Question perceived wisdom. Always challenge it appropriately. Think laterally, think out the box. For challenge leads to innovation. Innovation leads to recognition. Recognition leads to opportunity. And opportunity often leads to success. Fallibility. Well, you have to accept that you can't always be right. You can't always say, I don't know. You can blunt the edge of that by saying, let me get back to you. And in life, that can be quite a useful bit of advice. It comes in handy when your parents or your partner ask, as they may or inevitably will, those challenging questions that you never want to hear. When do you plan to settle down? When do you want to get a flat? When are you moving out? And would you like to help pay for the electricity bill? Friendships are key.
They keep you grounded, they offer you allies, they offer you colleagues, supporters, a sympathetic ear, and objective good counsel if things are not going as you plan. Above all, they remind you to treat others as you would have them treat you. Excel. Always do yourself justice. Never knowingly underperform, or settle for second best, or ever sell yourself short. And lifelong learning should underpin everything that you do. For I'm sorry to say, in a fast and ever-changing world, today's skills that we cherish so much are actually obsolescent. So you don't want just to keep up. You actually want to keep ahead of the pack. So that, if you string it together, comes to Eiffel. And I hope in the rest of your career, when you're thinking, how am I going to do this? You'll think of that large pencil in Paris. So graduates, and I can now say graduates, and I can also say my fellow alumni of City of Glasgow College, go forth with confidence in your abilities and talents. Leave here today with the conviction that anything's possible. Anything is possible in your life if you put your mind to it and put enough effort into achieving it. Whatever your next steps, if you find yourself seeking further professional development or learning opportunities, I hope you know that you will always be welcomed back by your friends at Team City, who stand ready to help you with your lifelong learning and to help you further your career. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your celebrations.
Thank you, Alistair, for those thoughtful and wise words. I would like to invite you and your friends and family here today to join with your fellow graduates and the staff from the college for celebratory refreshments, which are available just outside the main auditorium. Finally, I would like to thank all of our distinguished guests and members of staff who have made today possible. I offer you, our graduates of 2018, my personal heartfelt congratulations and wish you every success for what I'm sure will be a bright future for each and every one of you. Could you please now be upstanding as the platform party leave the auditorium?